Hey guys, welcome back to Comic-Con. I'm Justin Tyler from Newsarama, here talking to Dave Gallaher and Steve Ellis.
Hi. How you doing? Hi. Sorry.
Nice. And yeah, this is perfect. So you guys, it's quite a story. These guys, I do a show called Comic Book Club, as many of you know, and we had them on when they were part of Zuda Comics, and they've only grown so much since then. And now they're a studio of their own, Bottle Lightning. So first off, look, what an amazing journey. You've been on, what, like 3 years or so?
5 years.
5 years. Give us a retrospective.
Retrospective. Steve and I started working on High Moon in 2007. It was nominated for a lot of awards, but it won Harvey Award for Best Online Comic in 2009. We then later went on to work on an original comic book series for Comixology called Box 13.
And then we worked on a few things here and there for Marvel and DC, and then we started working on our newest book, Only Living Boy. And when it got to the point where we realized, okay, we're going to start, producing our own projects, which we did through Kickstarter, the first book, we decided that at this point, we were probably going to need other people to work with so we can expand. And we have other properties that we want to work with, and we want to work with studios, or as a studio for other companies, for bigger studios. Basically, create content and work with other people to make bigger and broader projects.
So it's amazing. You guys were just, this is a great lesson for everyone out there who wants to make comics. You guys just did it.
Yes.
You started doing it and then continued, and you've built that.
Right, and I think that's what's really important is that never losing momentum. It's always trying to move forward. You might stumble along the way, but the truth is you pick yourself back up and you keep moving forward and keep moving forward and keep developing and keep growing.
So that would be your advice to anybody out there, just start making and it'll find it, or go through Kickstarter?
Yeah, there's a certain bit about that, that old Kevin Costner movie, if you build it, they will come. Yeah. It doesn't always work, but the thing is, you have to put in your time. You have to really work your butt off. Make sure that when it does come to actually producing your own stuff, you're at the top of your game.
Right.
And when you are, then people will respond really positively. If you try to do it too early, I think maybe you end up stumbling.
Right.
But if you really make sure that you're where you need to be, then I think you can really produce great work, and then also be able to get other people excited enough to fund a new project, or because the great thing about the Kickstarter is really it's kind of a combination of pre-sales and funding, and
right.
So a lot of people kickstart simply just to get the project, and so it really helps to, when you're doing a project previous to that, it really helps. You would hope that it's sold in the store, and now you have an audience. You have people that
right.
want it, and you kind of can build off that. And so it's really, that's been a really great experience too, I think,
right.
being able to build.
Well, speaking of being at the top of your game, tell me about Only Living Boy.
Only Living Boy is a story about Eric Farrell, who's it's the story of a 12-year-old boy named Eric Farrell who finds himself lost and alone in an alien world. Without a memory, he has to try to piece his life back together. And along the way, he runs into beautiful mermaid women and insect princesses and chimerical dragons and strange, bizarre madmen-like scientists. So it's in the tradition of Flash Gordon and Jungle Book and John Carter on Mars, those sort of really cool pulp stories that sort of define a genre.
And what made you go back to print? You guys found so much success with online comics, and you were like, we want to do this in print.
Well, actually, what we had learned with our previous projects is we have a huge online audience. So what Steve was saying before about Kickstarter is we found that Kickstarter was a great way to reach that online audience,
right.
and then create a tangible property based on the enthusiasm and momentum we had generated with projects like High Moon and Box 13. So this is sort of a synthesis between what we had done before with print. So this is a nice little hybrid of finding the middle ground.
Right.
Of like, oh, well, we sell 1 million copies digitally, but if you only sell 2,000 books in the stores, there's a disconnect there.
Right.
So this at least created a better idea of where we could sort of bridge the divide between both our incredible online success and then getting more penetration in bookstore markets.
That's awesome. Will you have an online presence for the book as it goes forward?
Yeah, right now, currently the book is available on Comixology.
Mm-hmm.
This week during San Diego Comic-Con, it's 99 cents.
Ah.
And then we have our own website for The Only Living Boy, just like we have websites for High Moon and Box 13.
Awesome. what's next for Bottled Lightning? Obviously, this just came out, so your focus is there, but you guys have other stuff in the hopper.
Yes, we have two other projects that we're currently in development with. The first is Marlowe, a story about a detective that works for the devil.
Nice.
And then The Extinguished, about the gods stealing fire from mankind. So it's a world without fire, and a small team of Mainers have to go in and try to reclaim fire for the rest of humanity.
Oh, that's awesome. And we're going to see those this year? Or?
Within the next year.
That's great. Well, that's awesome. It's such a nice story, guys, that just do it and did it and find success. So thanks for talking.
Thank you so much.
And good luck with everything. And you guys stay tuned for plenty more from Comic-Con.